Imagine this. You sit down at your computer ready to tackle the day's work. The sun is shining through the window, your coffee is freshly brewed, and you feel prepared to dive into your tasks. You click the power button, expecting the familiar whir of the hard drive and the comforting glow of the monitor. It's a routine you've done countless times, a simple action that marks the beginning of your productive day. But instead, you're met with a blood-red screen and a chilling message. Your files are encrypted. The shock hits you instantly, a cold wave of panic washing over you as you try to comprehend what's happening. Pay the ransom, or lose them forever. The demand is clear and unforgiving, leaving you with a sinking feeling in your stomach. You realize that everything you need for your work, your personal files, and your memories are all locked away. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood thriller. It's the terrifying reality for countless individuals and businesses targeted by ransomware. The stress and fear are palpable as you scramble to figure out your next move. This insidious form of malware has become a global epidemic, holding our most sensitive data hostage and demanding hefty ransoms for its safe return. Hackers operate from the shadows, using sophisticated techniques to infiltrate systems and spread their malicious code. The worst part, this digital kidnapping can happen to anyone at any time. It doesn't matter if you're a large corporation or an individual user. Ransomware doesn't discriminate. The impact can be devastating, both financially and emotionally. The rise of ransomware is a stark reminder of our increasing dependence on technology and the very real threats that lurk in the digital shadows. As we integrate more technology into our daily lives, we inadvertently open more doors for cybercriminals to exploit. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, where hackers are constantly evolving their tactics and victims are left scrambling to protect themselves. The battle between cybersecurity experts and cybercriminals is ongoing, with each side trying to outsmart the other. This is the story of ransomware, how it works, who it targets, and what you can do to protect yourself from becoming the next victim. Understanding the threat is the first step in defending against it. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and take proactive measures to safeguard your digital world. The fight against ransomware is a collective effort, and together we can make a difference. Ransomware is a type of malicious software or malware that encrypts files on a victim's computer or network, rendering them inaccessible. Imagine someone putting your important documents in a locked safe and throwing away the key. That's essentially what ransomware does to your digital life. This digital hostage-taking is all about one thing: money. Hackers demand a ransom, usually in cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, in exchange for the decryption key to unlock the files. They often threaten to delete the data permanently or leak it publicly if their demands aren't met. The scary truth is that ransomware is incredibly effective. Businesses, government agencies, hospitals, and individuals alike have fallen victim to these attacks, often facing crippling financial losses and reputational damage. The threat is real and the stakes are high. But by understanding how ransomware works, we can take steps to protect ourselves and fight back against this growing menace. Ransomware attacks often start with a seemingly harmless email. Hackers use phishing tactics, sending out mass emails disguised as legitimate messages from banks, delivery companies, or even government agencies. These emails often contain malicious links or attachments. Clicking on a malicious link can redirect you to a compromised website that secretly downloads the ransomware onto your computer. Opening an infected attachment like a PDF or Word document can also unleash the malware. Once inside your system, the ransomware quickly gets to work. It scans your computer for valuable files, documents, photos, spreadsheets, even databases, and encrypts them using strong encryption algorithms. This encryption scrambles the data, making it unreadable without the decryption key. With your files held hostage, the ransomware then displays its ransom note. This message informs you of the attack, outlines the hacker's demands, and often includes a countdown timer to increase pressure and induce panic. Section 4. Real victims, real pain. When ransomware hits home, the impact of ransomware attacks can be devastating. These attacks don't just affect large corporations or government entities. They can strike anyone, anywhere, at any time. The consequences can be far-reaching and deeply personal. Imagine a hospital forced to turn away patients because its computer systems, filled with critical medical records, have been taken hostage. The inability to access patient records can delay treatments, cause medical errors, and even lead to loss of life. The ripple effect of such an attack can be felt throughout the community, affecting not just the patients but their families and the healthcare providers who are unable to do their jobs. Or consider a small business, the lifeblood of a community. facing financial ruin after its customer data and financial records are encrypted. For many small business owners, their business is not just a source of income, but a dream they've worked tirelessly to build. The loss of critical data can mean the end of that dream, leading to layoffs, financial instability, and a loss of trust from customers. These aren't hypothetical scenarios, they're the real-life consequences of ransomware attacks. Every day, individuals and organizations around the world fall victim to these malicious acts, and the aftermath can be catastrophic. In 2017, the WannaCry ransomware attack crippled organizations worldwide, including the UK's National Health Service, costing billions of dollars in damages. Hospitals were forced to cancel surgeries, ambulances were diverted, and patients were left in limbo. The attack highlighted the vulnerability of critical infrastructure and the urgent need for better cybersecurity measures. But it's not just about the financial losses. The emotional and psychological impact on victims can be profound. The stress and anxiety caused by such an attack can lead to sleepless nights, strained relationships, and a sense of helplessness. The emotional toll on victims can be immense. Imagine losing years' worth of precious family photos, important documents, or the irreplaceable work of a lifetime, all because of a single click on a malicious link. The sense of loss and violation can be overwhelming, leaving victims feeling vulnerable and exposed. Imagine losing years' worth of precious family photos, important documents, or the irreplaceable work of a lifetime, all because of a single click on a malicious link. The sense of loss and violation can be overwhelming, leaving victims feeling vulnerable and exposed. The emotional scars can last long after the financial damage has been repaired. The stories of ransomware victims are a stark reminder of the very real human cost of cybercrime. These personal accounts bring to light the devastating impact that ransomware can have on individuals and families. They serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need for robust cybersecurity measures. They highlight the importance of understanding the threat and taking proactive steps to protect ourselves and our data. By staying informed, using strong passwords, regularly updating software, and backing up important data, we can reduce the risk of falling victim to ransomware. Education and awareness are key in the fight against cybercrime, and together we can build a safer digital world. Section 5. The Price of Freedom: How Hackers Profit from Despair. Ransomware is a lucrative business for cybercriminals. These malicious actors have found a way to turn digital despair into significant financial gain. The anonymity of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin makes it difficult to trace payments, providing a perfect cover for these illicit transactions. Cryptocurrencies have become the lifeblood of ransomware operations. Victims, often desperate to regain access to their irreplaceable data, feel compelled to pay the ransom. The fear of losing precious memories, critical business information, or sensitive personal data drives many to comply with the hackers' demands. Ransom demands can range from a few $100s for individuals who might be targeted through phishing emails or malicious downloads to millions for large corporations and organizations. These larger entities are often targeted through more sophisticated means, such as exploiting vulnerabilities in their network security. The average ransom payment has been steadily increasing, reflecting the growing sophistication of these attacks. Hackers are becoming more adept at identifying high-value targets and demanding higher ransoms. This increase also mirrors the complexity of the ransomware itself, which has evolved to bypass traditional security measures and encrypt data more effectively. The increasing value of the data being held hostage cannot be overstated. In today's digital age, data is often more valuable than physical assets. But the financial gains are just one part of the equation. The true cost of ransomware extends beyond the immediate ransom payment. Successful ransomware attacks also provide hackers with valuable information that can be used for future attacks or sold on the dark web. This information can be a goldmine for cybercriminals. This can include sensitive customer data, financial records, and even intellectual property. The sale of this data can lead to further financial losses and reputational damage for the victims. The stolen data can be used to commit identity theft, financial fraud, or even corporate espionage. The ripple effects of a ransomware attack can be devastating and long-lasting. The profitability of ransomware has fueled a global cybercrime industry, attracting organized criminal groups. These groups operate like businesses with hierarchies, divisions of labor, and even customer support for their victims. Even nation-states are getting involved, looking to profit from our reliance on technology. These state-sponsored attacks can be part of larger geopolitical strategies, adding another layer of complexity to the threat landscape. It's a grim reality, but one that we must confront head-on. The fight against ransomware requires a multifaceted approach involving not just technological defenses, but also public awareness and international cooperation. If we are to effectively combat this growing threat, we must invest in robust cybersecurity measures, educate the public about the risks, and work together globally to dismantle these criminal networks. Only then can we hope to turn the tide against this pervasive menace. Section 6, the evolution of ransom demands from bitcoins to big business. Ransomware has evolved significantly since its early days. Initially, ransom demands were relatively small, often just a few $100s payable in Bitcoin. But as ransomware attacks have become more sophisticated and targeted, so too have the ransom demands. Today, it's not uncommon for hackers to demand millions of dollars from large corporations and organizations. They often employ extortion tactics, threatening to leak stolen data publicly or sell it to the highest bidder if their demands aren't met. The rise of ransomware as a service has also made it easier for less technically skilled individuals to launch attacks. This model allows criminals to essentially rent ransomware tools and infrastructure from more experienced hackers, further fueling the growth of this cybercrime industry. The evolution of ransomware underscores the need for individuals and organizations to stay informed about the latest threats and to adopt proactive security measures to mitigate their risk.